Welcome. Another day, another cast. Let's see here. Hop on over to the desk here. Welcome. The BO is currently going on. Today is Cillerian versus Orgless. And map beaters have gotten to the point of the last two maps. It is either Mirage or Nuke. We'll find out in just a second. It is quite loud. There we go. Alright, today's game is going to be played on Mirage. Been quite a while. I think we've seen at least one game from Orgless on Mirage before. But it has been quite a while. So, you know, last 4 or 5 games have been all Nuke. A little bit of difference this time around. In terms of elo, this game is actually favoring Team Orgless, but once again, as previous games have shown, elo is not a determinant of skill when it comes to team work. Now let's give it a couple of minutes for the server to start, and then we can get into it as well. Welcome. How's everyone staying? Here's around 7-minute mark. Once the server starts, about a minute left, we can connect into it. Without a co-host here, it is a little bit harder to fill in this couple of extra minutes of free time. But, you know, good thing is everything seems to be working today. So we might have a CS cast with no technical problems. Open. I'm not sure if my mic's picking up, but if there's some sounds coming through from other rooms, I must excuse myself. There we go, the server's up. Let's switch you guys over to the game as well here. There we go, beautiful. Tagfer is the first man to join. You'll love to see it. Let's see what Tagfers can chef up today. Mirage, you know. The AWP can play quite a heavy part on this map, as mid control is always contested and quite important for both sides. would all blend in the background. Some vandalism going on in kitchen here. Joe Dapper's just completely annihilating this cooking pot. Let's go, not a new game for once. Yes, finally. Welcome, Max, welcome. Yeah, we're gonna be seeing some Mirage today. It's quite a drastic change from the previous games. Time to see what Team Orgless have prepared for Mirage. Everyone just getting their aim and check and warm up. Side of Cillerian or Cillerian. Let's see, Cillerian. Call them Cillerian. So Cillerian has all joined. Waiting on the last player of Orgless. Welcome, Looter. Let's go, Orgless. 13-0 now. Hopefully. I'm excited to see what Orgless can show us on Mirage. In a lot of their new gameplay, so a little bit of a change in the pool. As everyone have connected, just waiting for both teams to ready up, and then we can get into knife round. Go. We've seen multiple times on Nuke, Orgless like to stack up, go back against the wall into Garage. So let's see what they do on Mirage for the knife round. And as always, we're gonna be keeping our eye on Dag first. Here's a bit of a more default gameplay on knife round. On Mirage, just up ramp, take the fight. And the kills are going in favor of Orgless, so they get to choose which side they want to start on. It seems like CT side A is the one they choose. Alright, we got Bima picking up a smoke and a kit, and everyone else on just armor. It seems like it might be a B split from the T's, as 3 are moving towards top mid and 2 into lower. First point of contact is going to be attackers here in window. Let's see. Actually, Molly prevents him from peeking into mid, and the short hit is going to be coming in. That is going to be Gladder. Oh my god, a fast headshot from Lizzie takes down Gladder. Also doesn't survive with 1. Now bullets are flying both ways. Also takes it down a second. Stackers goes down after taking down Lizzie. Also going through the smoke, gets spotted out by Sultan. Doing it all onto Pime in a 1 versus 2. He does have a smoke and a kit to play with, but these clocks and close range not gonna work in favor of Pime. This round won by Cillerian. Stack was correct from Orgless, but unfortunately the fast pace of clocks just ran them down. And it is going to be a full eco from Team Orgless. 5 USBs. Seems like another B stack. Now Cillerian are playing a passive. Having a guy in palace. Holding for any mid pushes. But it seems like they might end up going towards B here. As the Molly forces Attackers to drop down. And that was enough of a sound cue for Cillerian to turn tail and go towards that A-bomb site. Cillerian still being quite diligent in clearing everything, using neutral to take this bomb site. And now the train of CTs going through the apps here. Hoping to find any lone T's. And there is player jiggling in Palace. 2 USB headshots. Here's enough to take him down. It seems like Orgless are going for any exits they can. And Skirix? What a name. Good shooting coming out with the Khalil, gets a 4th. Limit does deny the ace at the very least. And there's a potential of picking up this Galil as well, but it doesn't make it in time. Doing the ball for Cillerian, and Orgless get to buy into this one. Alright, Windows is smoked. Divers is ready with the NA, but there's a fast con play by Sultan. He has been that down to 55 HP. Flash peek from Recon. Spots at the shoulder, slams him down. And the rest of the T's are going on to this A bomb site. Pimmed is taken down. And Lizzie takes down Dagfors as well. There is still Recon here in stairs, but no chance of denying that bomb plant. Gonna have to be a 3v4 retake. The T's are playing quite grouped up on the site here. Flash the peak, Popso takes down one, goes down to Skirix. Clatter, ones with one back. Nice headshot from Clatter, leaving it to Recon in a 1v1, and he takes down Lizzie. Enough time to get the bomb defuse. If he finds a kit here. There was no kit to be found. Third on the board for Cillerian, a bit of a unfortunate loss to time from Orgless. Orgless are gonna buy around this AK off Recon. Try and make something out of this round. Dagfors fast into under with a Zeus. Can't go much further than this. There's two Ds holding for it. Ooh, decides to re-peek into it. He's being pressured from both sides, mid and under. Takes out the Zeus, actually gets Lizzie before he goes down. I mean, that's a good start to the round. Considering all he bought into this round was $200. That is a good pick to start with. There's two CTs here, Clatter baiting for his teammate. Wow, it doesn't matter, he swings back, takes down Sultan with a nice one take. Bit of a scrimmage in Palace, favors Skirix, Pime going down. Now Cillerian going towards this A-bomb site. We have two CTs with AKs now. Bomb being planted. Comes off the plant. Recon, nice headshot to Skirix. Also through the wall, takes down Storm Raid. And now it's just Cho with that op. Left in 1v2. Molly does not stop the plant. Ooh, misses the first shot. Recon takes him down. And Orgless make the best of that saved AK. And that's a free op to save it to the next one as well. And thanks to the bomb plant, Cillerian can still bring some rifles into this round. But it is quite a messy buy. Has to go fast into mid. Connected player spotting up a lot of people on the T side. deciding to play a bit more passive. As Skirix makes his way up from ramp into sandwich. Oh, and Revan actually goes down to his own molly. Skirix bounces on it. Dima does get the refrag, but it's 3v4 for the T's. As they regroup into B-abs. It seems to be the right call as Orgless were afraid of the A hit after seeing Skirix there. B-bomb side has been left completely empty. Bit of a chat going on from the dead players. It seems like a save for Orgless as Bosa picks up the up attackers. And into Palace they go. Now Cillerian isn't gonna hunt that much. As you're gonna wanna save any armor that they have into the next one. Sticking all together 4 in CT. At the very least, Orgless are gonna have a quite decent buy into this one. But it is a 4th down round for Cillerian. Tiger's going for the timing shot, does not connect. This time around the pressure actually coming from under instead of top mid. But nonetheless, mid has been taken once again by the T's. They pop up in smoke, Regan does not find anything. Oh, Joey stepped too far. Regan takes him down. Tag first with 2 in the ramp area. Storm rate has been tagged down to 31 HP and he's the last one alive. Bimia takes him down and a flawless round from Orgless. They might have lost mid control, but the T's could not take a step inside the site. Site to site. Wise words. The money of Cillerian, once again not looking that great, just an AK on Sultan, and the rest of the T's armed pistols. All 5 T's towards that A bomb site. Orgless are playing a quite passive hold. As Tagfors takes down Stormblade, Regan takes down Skirix. Bimep being rushed by the Tech 9, he goes down to Lizzie. Tagfors does get a second though. But Lizzie is making the most of that push into CT, taking down Bobso as well. Good flash to peek with Regan goes down. Gladder and Tagfors left in a 2v1 situation against Lizzie with 13 HP. Just one of those random bullets from Gladder is enough to take him down. It decides to play it quite risky. On the corner of the smoke here. I don't see a way for Lizzie to win this. One way or another. He's about to be shot. And Tagfors takes a third of the round. Orgless calling a timeout. Alright, 3 to 4 as Cillerian are forced to eco just a Deagle on Skirix, and that's about it. All 5 into D-apps. Into under. Alright, we got a 5-man stack here in under. Just waiting for anyone to peek it. And it seems like that's not gonna be happening, so they're gonna retract towards the E-spawn. Alright. See where they end up. The train of these makes their way into top mid, they're gonna find it completely empty. 50 seconds left on the clock. They can actually cross or to be here. And it is Bobso and Clatter to hold this B-bomb side. Clatter takes down first, second, third, fourth. Can he find the fifth? And a beautiful headshot onto Cho to finish it with a nice eco ace from Clatter. Equalize into a 4-4 scoreline. Now the egos are over, we're gonna get into a rifle round from both sides. Nice movement from Clatter, goes fast into short. Hesitates a little bit because of the short smoke, and here's the stabs. First and a second with the help of Royal. Bobs on Recon. Diapers takes down one in B after the wall, spots out a second, just attack, 9 HP, Bobso finishes him off. And we're at the start of the round and it's all down to Cho. He does get 2 and a third on the Bobso. The bomb has been dropped in B apps. Drops a nade to fake the sound of drop in. Like it's got the attention of Recon at the very least. But is he gonna expect this ghost angle from Recon? I was actually check it and a headshot onto Recon, now it's just Bimme. Holy shit! What the? Cho with a 1v5. He saw what Clatter did last round and decided to do the same. To get the lead back, 4-5 for Cillerian. And that is devastating coming in from Cho. That's his first 5 kills. Now Orgless have enough money to get a buy into this round. That is a mental hit, definitely. As Bimme takes ramp control, they're gonna find it empty. It's gonna come down to the hold of Bobso here. Stop this B rush. Out, Clatter takes the one before going down. Quite a bit of damage done to the rest, but Bobso not able to find the kill. Recon goes to the smoke, goes down to Cho. Divers does find one, and Cho jumping with the op goes down to Tagverse. There's a T close. Put op here. Skirix takes him down, Bimme does stop the plant though. So 1v1 against the 47 HP Skirix. Top fragger of the enemy team currently. Timing working so much in favor of Skirix here. Bimme is checking the angles just a bit too late and Skirix wins it with a 4K in the round. 6 on the board for Cillerian. And Orgless, rightfully so, take a timeout. Last 2 rounds have just been one-man shows from Skirix and Cho. Once again, at the very least, Orgless do have plenty of money to buy into this round. But the money is starting to dwindle. And another default coming out of Cillerian. Once again though, Pima takes aggression into ramp. Not gonna find anyone there. Only comes out of palace. At the very least, 1T's location is known. Actually, that util deters Pima from going any further into ramp. As Team Cillerian now regroup to hit this A bomb site. One person to fake B. As Tagfurs takes the first blood of Sultan. Now Cillerian actually back down with the bomb. Bit of a confusion going on in ramp, it seems. Skirix takes down Bima. There's still 2 CTs to hold this push as CT and jungle stair smokes land. And it's a fake. Back to the B bomb site they go. And Orgless are just completely buying it. This is working out in favor of Cillerian so well. Even though they're boosting over the smoke and not finding anyone, the rotations have been made and B bomb site has been lost. Regon entering with a flash here. There's 3 T's close. Nate don't go just far enough, but Glider takes turn first. Regon answers back. Left arm pops out in a 1v1 versus Skirix in abs, and we're in slow motion, and Skirix with a headshot. Once again, clutching for the team Cillerian. 4-7. Last round of the half. As Orgless are forced to buy into this one. 2 MP9s, 2 M4s, and a FAMAS on Pima. Two CTs fast into under. There is a D holding for this. The nade connects, glider down to 70. Ooh, and the reaction time going in favor of Lizzie there. Tagfurs does get the kill back, but he's brought down to 30 HP himself. Cillerian regrouping back towards mid. Trying to spot out any CT aggressions. And if they go short here, it's just gonna be Tagfurs with 30 HP. Lone man to hold down this B bomb site. And up short they do go. Tagfurs makes the risky cross, does make it into bench. Not the kill onto Skirix. 3v4 retake. At the very least, Bima does have a kit. But the weaponry is not quite good as Storm and Joe take one each, leaving it all onto Regon. And Sultan through the wall takes him down as well. 4 to 8 half. It seems like Cillerian taking a technical boss. Alright, it seems to be resolved. Match is live. And second half, pistol round can start. We got 4 armors, a smoke, and 2 flashes on the Orgless side. And it seems like a straight up P-rush. Here's what they opt for. There is 3 CTs here to hold this. They spot out one of them out the window. They go back first. Takes down Glider after he takes down Skirix. But the kill is still favoring Orgless' side. 3v2 as the bomb goes down. Agros takes down Lizzie as well, all down to Sultan. And instant trade back from Regon. Solidifies the 5th round on the board for Orgless. Cillerian opting to go with Haiko. They have plenty of rounds to give away currently. 5 USBs, a couple of flashes to make some sound on A. And a 4 CT stack on B. Now time to see if Orgless can sniff out this B stack. As they do seem to be interested in going short here. The bomb is going up first. Agros takes down Lizzie. The very least skills going in favor of Orgless here. Giving just on Cho with that USB. Attackers with a 4K. They ran into the stack, but at the very least they got the kills. A lot of smoke's being thrown in T-spawn here. Got a fast connector smoke and a fast window smoke. That seems to be a fake, as all of the T's are in ramp or palace. Setting up for a hit instead. Now the hit is coming out. Glider Regon taking some nade damage. Agros takes down the first of Sultan, and the bomb has been planted on Regon through the smoke. Risky Blade does not pay off. Flash into CT. Bob, so with the Mac 10 takes down 2 while blind. Glider helping him out as well. And 3 or 4 of those kills were done fully blind. As Orgless got a 7th in a round and my voice is gone. Excuse me. That destroys the economy of Cillerian, so they're gonna have to just get pistols into this round. Orgless just playing default, seeing if they can spot out any aggression. The player of Cho has been spotted out, back down to 17 HP. The small is gonna end his life most likely. Recon takes the kill instead. And out meet the CT's go, but the crunch from Popso helps out. And the pistols go down. As Orgless equalizes to an 8-8. And Show brings out the op, as Dagvers brings out his. Both doors. Mid they go. Dagvers through the smokes take down Lizzie. Molly on the short prevents any help from the other CTs. And a recon has been left here to lurk. There is still 2 CTs in con. We decide to take back mid at the perfect timing, finding it empty. Skirix might have even heard those steps in T-spawn. Judging from the rotations, it did not. As it is currently just Sultan on this site itself. Head is coming in. Recon takes down Sultan. Bit of a spam damage onto Collider through the smoke. Ooh, Recon with a 180 takes down Storm Raid. Oh, Storm Raid didn't get a kill there is beyond my knowledge. Thanks to fast reactions of Recon, this might be a flawless round for Orgless, as Skirix and Joe are forced to save. Orgless not gonna put much into hunting these weapons down, building up their own economy first. And yeah, flawless round, all 5 T's alive. As Orgless take the lead, 8-9. Once again, you see the same set util being thrown out as they set up for an A hit, and this might be a perfect call. There's only 1 CT on this A bomb site. Rest are completely isolated. And even the molly... Ooh, he's burning. Bimit does take it down. The bomb goes down default. Recon being flashed into CT does not find anyone at this moment. Boom makes the sound. With the molly comes to CT with an MP9, takes down Recon and Bob, so leaving Dagvers and Bim in a 2v4, and a nade onto Dagvers takes him down to 50. And the first shot just not connecting. Bim 1v4 tries to kill the diffuser, doesn't get the kill, and Cillerian equalizing to a 9-9. Now Orgless do have enough money to buy into this one, and even the next one. Should they lose? At the very least, that's not going to be a problem. But we are getting towards the end of the game here. These rounds matter a lot. As Orgless pointer direction towards the B-bomb site. It is coming in also. First to entry, spots out the get right player. Storm Ray takes down Gladder and Balso. Bimmer does get one back, but once again Daggers and Bimmer in a 2v4. Bimmer getting a second. All 5 players alive are still on the same bomb site here. And Joe with a double kill to end it. 10-9. Daggers unfortunately needs to go into an AK this round, because they don't have enough money to buy an AWP. I'm gonna take mid control. There's a CT in that window smoke. As the mid from short and connector comes in, Recon, Daggers and Bob, so all taking one. Sultan does answer back with 2. But a man deficit for Cillerian here. As Gladder uses his chance to empty out the B-bomb site. Bimit ends up going down on A, but Gladder takes down Cho. Now can the bomb get here on time before Sultan actually goes into under? You might find Recon here. Recon does take his gun out. And jiggles it. Ooh, headshot coming in from Recon. Almost could have been bad. But they win the round 10-10. This round is quite competitive, and Cillerian can still bring an AWP and plenty of util into this one. Once again, Orgless playing this 3 mid default. Trying to see if they can find any early picks. Joe has made its way quite far with that AWP into abs. If he takes any more steps further, Gladder is there to punish it. But both players currently just holding the angles. As the rest of the D's make their way up short here. Smoke to block their path. He also goes through it, takes down Storm Raid. And now Joe has been fully blinded and spanned through the walls. Gladder takes him down. Lizzie does take one back on the Bob, so but that is most likely all he's gonna find as the bomb makes its way towards the bomb site. Agris. Here's 2 CTs close to him. Is he ready for the boost though? Flick gets the first. Sultan is there to raid. Ladder and Recon. Take down Lizzie. As it's all down to Sultan. And it seems like he's deciding to save this and point to the next one. Orgless once again taking the lead, 10-11. He might be able to deny the save of Recon here. As Recon just turns away from it. And Sultan able to upgrade to an AK. Cillerian calling a timeout. Considering it was just one save, the buy is quite decent for Team Cillerian. The only person who really had to downgrade was Stormbraid onto that MP9. But it is still quite a viable weapon in close range. As a boost is erected in ramp. Tigris doesn't see anyone crossing. They expect the close play, and that is the right call as they back off. Hold for any pushes. Flash is good. And Joe and Sultan taking one each. Spotting out the bomb as well. Now Orgless, even though all the CTs backed off from the bomb location, are gonna have to spend time diligently clearing the angles of ramp here to try and get the bomb back. But interestingly, Cillerian actually rotated mainly off of A after getting those 2 kills and the bomb plant. Window smoke for Team Orgless, but there's already CT close top mid here. Recon's tossing them first, but Skirks takes the kill. Benedict's on Lizzie. With a 2v3. There's a CT in CT and a CT in Palace. And all the util is being used to block off jungle and con here. Only does land in Palace, but Sultan goes through it, takes down Bobso, and Bime goes down to Joe as well. And once again, we are equalized 11-11. And the money is not looking good for Orgless side here. It comes down to the question of if they go for the overtime or try to win it with this $3,000 buy that they can. Another tactical boss. Hold in for Orgless. And then see what decision was made. And it seems like, considering from the 5 clocks still in their hands, it is gonna be playing for overtime. Just Bime with a Teagle, trying to see if he can find anything in this round. I really wish Bime wasn't number 10 instead of, you know, number 0, like he should be. Also the Windows notifications. I had to put my mouse to charge. And it seems like Bime is just gonna go down to Sultan. That is the only weaponry in this round gone. And a hefty nade onto Bobs on Recon. Most likely using this round as an extension of the tactical boss. as they group out towards B bomb site and try and see if they can find anything with 4 Glocks. Perfectly timed smoke blocks them off. There's 3 CTs on this B bomb site. So smoke goes, storm raid takes down, and Tagfors does get 1, but goes down to Lizzie. Map point achieved by Cillerian first, as it is do or die for Team Orgless in this round. AKs on Tagfors, Bobso, Pima, Glider with an MP7, and Regon with a Calvil. That is what they're going to be bringing into this round. Is there once again another technical coming in from Cillerian? We're struggling a little bit. Pass the time. Seems like all the players from Cillerian side are moving. And the on-boss does come in. Last round of this half is alive. And potentially the last round of this game. As the call seems to be a hit for Team Orgless. There's 1 CT playing in get right and 1 jump spotting. Quite a default setup from Cillerian. Nate taking down Bobs with a 63 HP, but it doesn't matter, he's going through the fire and the flames. Regon takes down 1 in mid. And the short is linking up. The mid takes down Skirix. Bimmy with a second of the show as well, and a third on Sultan, and Tagfors takes down Storm Raid, and into overtime we go. We missed all of the kills. But overtime is here. I was really expecting Bobso to see the enemies there first, considering he literally ran through all the util. Was the first on site, but instead it was Bimmy and Glider. Now in overtime, money's not going to be a problem. Everyone getting what they want, how much they want. It's just gonna come down to aim and tactics. As Tagfors gets boosted over, takes down Sultan. Early pick on A ramp. Seems like Skirix wants to take some map control in consolidation. But Regon's holding for Skirix, actually gets down Bobso and does not get away from it with his life. Regon answering back. And aggression from everywhere into B apps goes Joe. Tagfors takes him down. Last 2 CTs on that A bomb side, aggress into ramp. And I can't tell if it's unlucky or lucky aggression coming from Cillerian as they're running into all the T's. And Tagfors takes a third of the round, getting the first round of overtime for Team Orgless. At least you got to see Bob's cut here moment. Well said, yes. Let's see here. Orgless switching it up, sending Tagfors along. from mid. Need to pop open the smoke, does not find anything. But the mid presence has been confirmed by the CTs. Oh, Clatter takes down Stormblade with a nice tap. I saw it only from the minimap, but that was sexy even from there. Just a little jiggle tap. Down goes the B player as Tactics takes down one, going down to Sultan himself. There's two more Ds here. Also takes down Sultan. Bimmy takes down Joey on the A-bomb side. Now it's just Lizzie in a 1v4 here. And he's having a fight with a retreating Bimmy. Seems like you heard the steps going towards ramp. I'm wondering if he's... seems like he's gonna try to go for it. I was wondering if he's trying to find an AWP to save into the next one. But instead, he believes in a 1v4 miracle. Get Anna Smoke to play with. Boss out one. Actually, he's ready for Recon there, but Recon takes him down instead. 12 to 14. Backwards has been monumental in this overtime. Both rounds finding the first pick. As Cillerian take their overtime pause. Now it seems like Stormraid sacrificed a little bit of his firepower to get an AWP in the hands of Cho. So there's going to be a danger of that sniper rifle on the map. But that is true for both sides as Dagvers as up mid. And they're not finding anything. And there's a CT in con and a CT in ladder. The ladder CT seems to be answering to peek. Oh, actually gets by Dagvers crosshair there. Does he dare to re-peek into? He does, and I think on the Dagvers as well. Molly is gonna finish off Dagvers as Recon takes down Lizzie. Ladder takes down Joe. Sultan does get one back onto Bimmy on that A-bomb side, but he's been left alone. Actually, through the smoke, he got two of them. Equalized to 1v1 Ladder versus Stormraid. The player who sacrificed his firepower for Joe's AWP has been left alone. And Ladder decides to play TP in ramp. There's no smoke to cover this bomb. And Ladder has even a molly to play with. Stormraid tries to check ramp, but Ladder just hears the steps, backs off. And it's over. Ladder has won. Flawless T-side in overtime coming from Orgless. 12 to 15. Now we just need one more round on the CT side. And that is game 1. Actors is on a tear this game. 30 and 18. bit of a heavy default from Cillerian. Bomb is still dropped in T-spawn, but they got 2 T's in Palace. Trying to see if they can find anything. Canadian Durant does not connect with anyone. Top connector, smoke coming in. There's gonna isolate Gladders, who decides to back off, and mid has been given to the hands of the T's. But in reality, there's only just one, and he's shifting to the smoke. Regan's holding for it. Down goes Sultan. Now the rest of the seat, he's trying to exit onto this A-bomb, said Regan and Bim taking one. Just Joe and Lizzie left. Joe does get one, and Lizzie second onto Bim. Regan has been tacked down to 14 HP. Nate does -1 damage onto Joey. That's Bobso and Gladder from CT here. Both Joey and Lizzie are so low. Bobso with a headshot onto Joey, leaves just Lizzie with 18 HP to try and keep them alive in this overtime. And it doesn't matter, Bobso gets the kill. The fuse comes in, and 16-12 is the final score. You know, bit of a struggle in the first CT side from Orgless, but good composure, brought it back on D side, and I mean, that was just a flawless overtime. Near 0 mistakes coming in. GG's to everyone, both teams. Good to see Orgless on a different map than Nuke. Let's see here. Current state of Orgless is 3 wins, 3 losses, and the next game is going to be next Tuesday, February 3rd. Shout out Billion. Alright, yeah. I don't know if there's anything more to say currently. It was a good game on Mirage. And yeah. I think I'm a bit toasted. My voice is gone. Thought process is not quite there either. So I guess we'll leave it on that. GG's to both teams. Too easy. Yeah, I didn't sweat for a second, you know. 8-4 half, I knew they got it in the bag. Yeah, the definite next stream is going to be next Tuesday on the 3rd of February. Yeah, for just more kills, better stats, yeah. Thank you for streaming, always, it's my pleasure. You know, quite entertaining games from you guys. But yeah, next definite stream is gonna be next Tuesday, February 3rd. Might have some baking/cooking streams in between on the weekend. And yeah, I will see you all during the next stream. Thanks for people who chatted, thanks for people who watched, and I'll see you there. I'm rambling. Bye bye.